All right, so I don't really know how to start this video, and before I start basically talking about everything about this drama that's going on, basically, um, if you're really confused about it, there's a lot of stuff that's happening, but I'm doing this unscripted. I'm not gonna edit most of this commentary because I really want this to be as raw as it needs to be because I really don't want people thinking I'm editing stuff out just to make myself look innocent because I'm not trying to do that. So basically, there's been some drama going on. Honestly, I mean, I've talked about this sort of drama like 3 years ago. Okay, I had 4 different videos about it on this channel, and you know, I really hate addressing it again, basically, because some people just don't get the message that, I am sorry for a lot of the things I have done. Okay? This is not exaggerating. This is not trying to make myself look good just to make myself good in anyone's or Jesus's eyes, because, you know, I live for him, okay? I don't live for you. I don't live for anyone else, okay? I live for Jesus. I'm not making myself look good in anybody's eyes, okay? Because I'm not anything good. I mean, I've done things in the past that I'm not particularly proud of. I've said and done things that I really wish I could take back. And like physically go back and erase them. But what's done is done, and I can't take it back. So it's whatever, honestly. But so in this video, I'm not really going to be naming any specific people. I'm just going to be basically talking to a specific group of people that honestly, they have a lot of hate towards me and stuff, and people have made death threats on me and all that stuff, saying get out, basically. Well, to be honest, I really don't have any hate towards you or really anyone else who's having a lots of hate on me and stuff because I've been dealing with a lot of things. Okay, I've been dealing with all this crap, and I've been dealing with lots of family drama and stuff, and it's really been taking a toll on my life and stuff. And I really didn't want this to be my life and stuff. Have people harassing me just because of 10-year-old crap, basically. And it's really getting to the point where it's getting old, and it's stuff that's not even relevant anymore. Okay, people always like to throw around certain words basically about me and stuff, and I'm not doing this in any kind of protection, basically, because I know there's people out there that's going to be they're going to be saying I'm lying because that's what they like to do, because I don't know, they want to make them seem good and them seem smart and me seem dumb. Okay, but I think I know I'm not dumb, and I think I know what I'm talking about, and I know who I am, basically. Okay, people out there saying that, oh, you know me just because you know some things about that are negative. Okay, no, you don't know me at all. Okay, you don't know my life. You don't know my personal life. You don't know what goes on day to day. Okay, so I mean, for all of you people out there that have a grudge towards me and stuff, and you have all this hate towards me, you like to throw around threats, you like to throw around the P word, you like to throw around the word racist, you like to call me racist just because, I made some comments towards George Floyd, okay? Okay, yes, okay, you're right about that. I could have actually worded all that stuff I did better, okay? But at the time I really wasn't thinking correctly, okay? At that time I was really not the smart person I am today, actually. And yeah, but the thing is, though, about George Floyd, I know this is like 5-year-old crap, basically, but George Floyd is a criminal who basically was holding a woman at gunpoint and did a lot of other bad things, okay? Do I think he deserved to die? No. Do I think he deserved to be at least in prison for what he did? Yeah. Because he really needs to learn his lesson, okay? But the thing about me is that, I'm not that kind of person no more, okay? I don't want to be the kind of person you think is creepy, uh, an a-hole basically, or someone who's a phobe. Okay, that's another thing people like to throw around about me, is that they think I'm a homophobic. They think I'm anything besides what sexuality I am now, which is basically heterosexual. And people like to just say, people, it's just like, I mean, I really don't want to get into it though, because I talk about it this way too much in real life. But the thing is that every single person who's not a straight person always likes to accuse a straight person of always being homophobic. Okay, that's not the case. Okay, and I know this is not really related to any of the things we're talking about, but I'm trying to be serious here, and I'm trying to make people know that I know the difference between being a good person and being a bad person. Okay? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to seem good in anyone's eyes. I'm just trying to let you guys know my point of view on a lot of stuff, okay? I've been a YouTuber for like 14 years now, and not counting this YouTube channel and stuff, but or maybe I can, but I don't know. But I've been a YouTuber since 2011, and I know the ins and outs and basically the guidelines and stuff and what people do and how trolls work and stuff, okay? And you may say things about me, you might bring up my past, but that doesn't define me, okay? You know what defines me? Jesus Christ. And speaking of Jesus, you basically have no right to be judging me, okay? The only one who can judge me is Jesus himself, okay? So if you're out there judging me, then really, you shouldn't be doing that, okay? Okay, and you might say that, I might have done a lot of bad things. Well, I know you've done a lot of bad things yourself, okay? Don't sit there and let yourself look all perfect, basically, because you're not all rainbows and sunshine like you think you are. Okay, that's being prideful. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. Okay? You know, I have big hopes for my community, basically. Not my community as on YouTube, but like my community around me in Canada, okay? And I help out my church, and I help out my community and stuff, and I help around all my neighbors and stuff, okay? You might not see me doing it, but, I know what's going on in my life, okay? And I know I'm saying okay a lot, but, I need to make sure you know what's going on, okay? But anyways, I really, really hope you guys really find it in your heart to forgive me at some point, because I forgive all of you, basically. You guys might have treated me bad. You might have, you spewed videos out about me and stuff, and you've made threats, okay? But I have no room in my heart to hate you, okay? There's no hatred in my heart that makes me think, hey, just because you're doing this means, okay, I gotta throw around lots of swearing and hatred. No, that's not me anymore. Okay? I forgive you, okay? I forgive everybody who has ever made any kind of negative action or advance on me. I don't I don't hate nobody. Not even my greatest enemies. And yes, I have a lot of them. But the thing is, they will be forgiven in life, and Jesus forgave all of you, and he forgives me. So I'm forgiving you too. And since Easter's coming up in a couple of weeks, I might as well just say it, basically. I forgive you, and I really hope all of you really get the message. I mean, I'm sorry for everything I've done. Okay, I'm sorry if I hurt that certain group of people. I'm sorry for any single individuals I might have hurt in the long run. My best friend even told me that I don't really even deserve to be making this video. These people should be making apology videos to me. But the thing is, though, I want to make this video, but not because of a certain individual wanted me to make this addressing, but just because I really needed to show you guys my point of view in life. Okay, I'm helping out my community right now. I'm going to church every Sunday. I might make videos and streams every now and then, but I'm only doing that as a side hobby. And I help out family. I go to places to help out people in the stores and stuff. Okay? I work from home, but I do have a ways to get around, basically, to do stuff. Okay? So I'm not constantly here sitting and just watching TV or playing video games all day. no, I actually do have a purpose in life. So, again, I really do find it that you guys really should, look into it and, don't throw around so much hatred, because I'm not throwing around hatred on you guys. I even said to one of the haters that found me in a group chat, I blessed them. I really didn't have to do that or want to, but Jesus told me to do it. Okay, and I'm going to do that with everybody. Okay, even my greatest haters, my greatest enemies, and my greatest, I guess, people. Okay, the people that don't really like me that much. Okay, I really have to forgive you for anything you might have said, done, or said to me, basically. Well, like I said, I only had it to where a single individual inspired me to make this video, but you know, I really don't deserve all this treatment that you guys are throwing towards me. Okay? I've had harassment on Twitter before, I've had harassment on Instagram, I've had plenty of harassment on YouTube. And, I really don't deserve it. I mean, I might have done said bad things I really shouldn't have done, but people always get mad over stuff that happened years and years and years ago. It's like, why is that stuff even relevant? Just move on. And plus, if you hate me anyways, why are you even stalking me? Why are you even trying to even get a hold of me to talk to me? It's just forgive and forget. It's what Jesus tells you to do. Forgive and forget, Don't look back. And when you look back, you get salty. You get mad. You get angry. You get sad. You get super emotional, just upset in general. When you don't look back, you have a nice life. Okay? And that's what I'm wishing all of you, a nice life. And this is not the last video I'm ever going to be making, by the way, so if you're thinking that this is going to be like my thank you everyone video, it's not. Okay? I'm still going to be streaming. I'm still going to be uploading content every once in a while, just not as frequently as I did, okay? That's the reason I got rid of all the videos myself, okay? It's not because of a certain individual, I'm not copying people, okay? And I'm not mocking anybody either. I'm not copying anybody. I'm not doing something anyone else would do, okay? Yes, I used to copy people and stuff and do other things, but these days I'm trying to be my own person. So, basically just take it as that. And please don't say that I'm botting my subscribers, because I'm not doing that. Any person that subscribes to me, I've seen so far, is a real person who makes content. I mean, they might not all comment and like my videos, but I'm not botting my subscriptions, my views, or anything, okay? In fact, my views have been low, but you know what? I really don't care. I lost my advanced features lately, but thanks to ways to getting it back, I'm able to basically pin comments and stuff again, okay? It just tells you right there that, I'm being looked after. You're being looked after, and you have a guardian angel with you, okay? Just remember that. If you feel scared, just remember, talk to God. He will have the answers for you. Okay? Well, to be honest, I would say more, guys, but there is more to say, but I've already said my apologies like maybe 3 times in this video. This is probably the 3rd time. I'm sorry for any individuals that I might have hurt, basically, and I know I have hurt. This was not me to begin with. This was the hateful me. I'm glad it's gone, being cleansed and being baptized, coming out of the water, being a new man, and starting a new life as a new me. And, not swearing as often as I used to, and not calling people idiots, morons, or the other slurs, basically. It feels great, okay? It really feels great than you might think. And I really hope anyone who hasn't had those happen to them yet, I really hope you can. I'm not forcing it upon you, and I'm not going to be a Bible thumper and just spew my beliefs down your throat, because I'm not going to do that. God doesn't want you to do that, and I'm not going to. And people like that might be evil. Their thoughts are from the enemy, because the enemy lies, he deceives, he makes you pick, and if you don't pick Jesus or him, then he'll make the choice for you, and things won't be good, okay? Anyways, God bless all to you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night, day, afternoon, or whatever. And I'll see you guys in another video or stream. I might try to stream at some point, but I'm trying to work on trying to get my computer to where it would run 720p, and the last stream really didn't do that for me. So I've got to figure stuff out, guys, and I've really got to get a new computer, and this computer really just doesn't do it for me. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys later.